Hello and welcome, this is Best Foot Forward Shoes. My name is Harrison Cable. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's really appreciated. So today we are looking at the Adidas Samba in collaboration with JJJJound on this Mesa colorway. So I know that I am very late to the party on this one. This was released earlier this year and there was a fair bit of hype around it, obviously being a JJJJound collab. But there were so many other shoes that I wanted to get that I didn't really feel like these were ones that I needed, and I wanted to see how they would do, and they sold out pretty much immediately. But also I started to see lots of pairs go on the resale market and they were going for a pretty good deal, and eventually I found these ones on eBay for at least $50 under retail, plus shipping and taxes and stuff like that, but it ended up being about $50 under retail, which was pretty awesome. If you look at the quality and the workmanship of this shoe and the premium materials that they've put on it, and obviously the JJJJound styling, it really is definitely worth it for what the price that I got it for. It's interesting with so many shoes being released these days that sometimes you just have to sit and wait. And with this shoe, I definitely took my time and tried to find a great deal, and these are an awesome new pickup. So quickly before we get into the materials, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been watching the videos lately, who's been liking and subscribing. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. If you want to check the latest episode out, it's just up here. So if you feel like subscribing, hit that link down below. Thank you so much to everyone who has. Let's get on to the materials. So first of all, let's have a look at the upper. So the first thing you're going to see is this really nice brown, almost tan suede. It's a fairly long-haired suede. It covers basically the entire toe. It makes up the classic Adidas T pattern right here. It comes all the way around the heel and pretty much everywhere on the midfoot, on the eye stays. It is basically the most predominant feature, this suede, and it's a really beautiful suede. It feels incredibly premium. Everything that you would expect from a JJJJound collaboration with Adidas. It's tonal, it's muted, it's understated, it's perfect for those winter vibes, which when it was released in Australia, actually it was winter. Now it's coming into summer. I think I can still rock this with some sort of summer outfit. It's probably going to be a little bit too hot to wear them all the time. I live in a very hot climate, so that's a little bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's obviously a low top sneaker, so I think I'll make do. The next material that you'll see is this really beautiful nubuck here. So this goes all the way around the heel. You can see the directional change there, the color changes as you swipe across it. It's beautiful. You can see that same material is also on the three stripes. So it's very similar color to the other suede on the upper, but it's just slightly a little bit darker. And it's a really nice detail that you probably can't see from afar, but once you get up close, it's a really beautiful touch. You have the very standard Samba traction pattern on this shoe as well. It's in a gum, almost translucent sole. It's very classic. There's really nothing to report here. The Sambas are pretty much ubiquitous with a very comfortable and sturdy feeling sole with a little bit of flex, not a huge amount. Obviously these used to be for playing soccer, so they do still have a fair amount of traction. The tongue on this shoe has a very minimal amount of padding. It has a sort of exposed padding around the front here, and then going on down the tongue you have these really nice de-embossed lines that go all the way down the tongue. And I'm not sure if these actually have any sort of feature, but like they do look really good. I don't think they add any sort of performance or any sort of extra features to the shoe. It's just a really nice little touch that they've done on that tongue. The laces on this shoe are very premium. They're in a, as you can tell, kind of a brown gold kind of color. I really enjoy this color. It definitely plays very nicely off the other parts of the shoe. It is definitely very nice. This shoe would pretty much work with any sort of outfit and would be a really nice alternative to any sort of white shoes that you're going to be wearing a lot of the time. And I don't feel like if I got these just a tiny little bit dirty, they wouldn't show up, because it's obviously a little bit of an off-white brown type color. Around the heel you have pretty minimal sort of padding with an inner lining of leather in this almost chocolatey brown color. It's a very nice color as well. Again, playing off the rest of the colors of the shoe. It overall is a very nice color palette. It reminds me a lot of, say, like a cappuccino or a coffee or something like that. It feels very tonal and classic JJJJound. In terms of branding, this really doesn't have any Adidas branding. You obviously have the three stripes to tell that it's Adidas, but there's no trefoil on the back. There's no logos there at all. For the JJJJound collaboration though, you do have a very slight gold de-embossed JJJJound wording there, and then you also have the JJJJound wording on the insole as well, so that's really nice. The insole is it's not the best. It's, you know, it's okay. It's somewhat premium. It has like a fake leather lining on the front. But yeah, you're not really getting any sort of crazy good insole. So if you want some extra comfort, maybe consider putting in some extra insoles in these ones. The box, as you can see, is a very standard JJJJound and Adidas box. It has, like, you know, the classic blue Adidas branding with the JJJJound logo de-embossed right there. Then you also have on the inside some JJJJound branded tissue paper, nothing super special there. For sizing on this shoe and pretty much all Adidas Sambas, I go with my true to size, which is a size 9, a 42.5 euro. And that always fits me really well. I have a pretty regular foot. I don't have wide feet or any sort of bunions or extra long arches or anything. So I do feel like going true to size is going to be your best bet. If you like a little bit of extra room around the sides of your foot, I probably would go at least a half size up just so you get a little bit extra width, because they are a somewhat narrow shoe, but I don't mind them. The way they fit my feet is perfect true to size. And lastly, for comfort on the shoe, it's definitely, how do I describe it? It's not like incredibly cushy or plush or comfortable, but I do feel like when I'm wearing these, I could wear them all day. I wouldn't want to be doing a huge amount of walking, perhaps like in a city environment, but nothing really outdoors. First of all, I don't want to get them like super dirty, but also I don't feel like they would provide me a huge amount of traction if I was going to go outdoors. But if you're just looking for a very basic kind of office, walking around shoe, some sort of city shoe, these are definitely not going to give you any discomfort over a long period of time. It's funny how when you buy sneakers, you want to buy the most hyped things. There's always sneakers coming out. Basically every week there's a new sneaker coming out. And sometimes you just let things sit and just like, you just mull them over and you have them in like an eBay wish list or a StockX wish list, and you just see them, you see the prices start to drop and you're like, okay, I'll think about that. And obviously there's always some new Sambas coming out, but this JJJJound collaboration was something that I always kind of had my eye on, and this is definitely a really, really nice win to be able to get these shoes for under retail. Why these shoes went under retail, I'm really not sure, because JJJJound is still a very premium brand and the Adidas Samba is still incredibly hot, but you know what? I'm not going to question why I got them for under retail. I just take the wins as I come and hope that I can continue to come up on some extra wins later down the track, because there's always going to be shoes coming out and some of them really do slip through the cracks. So keep your eye out for any sort of deals on StockX or Goat or eBay or something like that. You're always going to be able to find some hidden gems. So with that all said, thank you so much to everyone who has watched. Thank you so much. I hope you found some sort of inspiration from this shoe. Whether you want to try and find it for yourself, you can find it, as I said, pretty easily around some resale sites for a good price. I hope everyone has a good week coming up. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked and subscribed over the last few weeks. It's really appreciated. Thank you all. Have a good day.